Hey, how's it going, sexy felines? My name is M.C.I.K, or my cat is Keo, and welcome everybody back to another Warframe video. Today we are going to be taking a look on a new update that just dropped in Warframe, and that is 18.11.0. This brought us some new things from weapons to augments to, of course, some changes in Conclave. They always need some of those, and some fixes, and they just fixed a lot of stuff up, so I'm really appreciative of that. So thank you. Quite a few changes as well, and some other stuff with some specific Warframes, so I will get into that in just a second. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy, leave a like down below. That would be amazing. Thank you guys also for watching the video today. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Starting this off, we're going to take a look at probably one of the biggest things in the update, and that is the Stratavar. And this is the new primary weapon, what it looks to be like a fully automatic. It looks like a fun weapon. It kind of reminds me a bit of the Azima. It seems like the primary version of the Azima. It's got a very similar magazine. It's fully automatic, so maybe that's where they got this from. I'm not sure if it's totally a brand new idea, but for me, it looks like they kind of got it from that. So it's a high capacity, high damage enforcer. This weapon can switch between semi-automatic and fully automatic firing modes. I think that's very interesting to note. So I think this may be the first weapon that can do that. I mean, as itself, it's very unique. I like that. And it also kind of reminds me of that one weapon from, hopefully I don't get any shit in the comments for this for not knowing exactly what it is, but that's the weapon from, I'd say Call of Duty World at War. I might flash on the screen. Kind of reminds me of that, but also reminds me of the Azima as well. Okay, so for damage, it's going to be based around puncture. It's going to be a great puncture weapon with 15 damage for puncture, 10 for slash, and 4 for impact. Accuracy is pretty high at 28%, or 20.6. The fire rate's 10. I guess that's pretty fast. It might have a wind-up. I'm not actually entirely sure, but we'll find out sooner or later whenever I do a video on a spotlight on it. We'll see that in the near future. It's got a critical chance of 10% and a critical multiplier of 2.0. The status is low, though. It's only at 5%, which kind of sucks. But hey, I mean, 10% critical chance isn't terrible. You could definitely put some mods in there to bring it to like 35, maybe a little bit more. And it is fully automatic, and it does fire quite fast. So we'll see how that plays out. And the reload is 2. So yeah, it doesn't seem like a terrible weapon. It seems like it could do quite a bit of damage, and who knows, maybe it'll get it buffed in the near future. It just came out, so give it a little break. But anyway, that is the Stratavar. So let's move on to the next thing. So 4 Warframes each got a new augment mod. So these are going to be really interesting, and they seem very amazing. I actually can't wait to get my hands on these. I'm not sure where you're going to be able to get them from, but I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. Anyway, we have one for Ash. This is going to be Fatal Teleport. Of course, it's using the Teleport augment. Teleport will perform a finisher on a target, dealing 200% extra damage. 50% off the energy cost is refunded on a kill. That's pretty dang awesome. So Teleport can kind of be useful now. Teleport can instantly do a deal 200% damage on a finisher. So that's pretty amazing, and it automatically turns into a finisher. That's pretty cool. And 50% of the energy, of course, is refunded on a kill. So, I mean, even if you don't have a really good efficiency build, which in this case I do, this will be helpful for that. Anyway, moving on to Banshee. Banshee's new augment mod is Resonating Quake. This is the Sound Quake augment, and this is actually good because I haven't seen one for her with this ability, and most of the time people's 4th abilities aren't really their augments, so I'm glad they did this. Anyway, so Sound Quake, the augment, it's going to increase damage by 100 and the range by 1 meter. And energy cost by 1. So it's going to be a little bit of energy, a little bit more energy, but not much, but it's going to increase damage. So that's good if you ever wanted to build this for damage. I know a lot of people build this for CC, for crowd control, but you never know. You might find some people that want to build this for damage, and this is going to be the augment for you guys. But yeah, it's more energy for every second this ability is activated. 1 more energy. So keep that in mind. Anyway, moving on to Oberon. This is going to be Phoenix Renewal, and of course, it's using the Renewal ability. Taking fatal damage while under the effects of Renewal will instead heal you or allies to 50% health. This effect triggers only once for each allies every 90 seconds. That's freaking amazing. I cannot wait to get my hands on this mod. this kind of gave Oberon a bit of an edge. A lot of people telling me how Oberon needs a buff. This is a nice little addition to him. Renewal is a great ability as it is, and this kind of turns him into a bit of a trinity. So, yeah, like I said, I can't wait to get my hands on this. Last but not least, good old boy Chroma. Okay, so Chroma's Everlasting Ward. Of course, is going to be using the Elemental Ward ability. This is the augment for it. Anyway, allies that leave the radius will retain the effect 100% of the remaining duration. I wanted to start clapping, but I'm holding my microphone right now. I would clap, you know. Oh, hold on, I'll see what I can do. Thank you. Thank you, DE. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is one of my biggest pet peeves with Chroma, and it's been like this for a long time. It's the fact that you have to really be on Chroma's ass in order to have the effects of Elemental Ward, because it's going to be hard a little bit to make a very wide range build. You know, you can't really go too far with the range because you don't really need it with the other abilities that much. So this is one of my pet peeves, is how I can't really ever get affected by him. You know, it goes on for a split second, and then, you know, Chroma's gone. He's out of your life. He's some other place in the map. That's freaking amazing. Thank you. So basically, I'll get 100% of the effect, and for the remaining duration of whoever using Chroma. So if he has a freaking long ass duration, that's great. That's fantastic. So good job, Warframe. I tip my fedora to you. Good job. Okay, one thing they fixed in Conclave is bullet jumping in rapid sessions, instantly killing players in Conclave. I'm laughing because I've seen this happen to me countless times, and I want to say thank you for fixing this. Thank you very much for fixing this. People would spam bullet jump, and that would deal damage to you. If players were like a little bit below half health or something like that, they were instantly fucked. Okay, like if you spam this thing, it's a good tactic. But they fixed that, so that's great. Also, they added a minor burst FX or special effects to Rift Strike mod. I'm not exactly sure what the Rift Strike mod is, but if you guys knew that, then leave a comment, or not. Just continue watching the video. On top of that, they just added a ton of fixes, and once again, I tip my fedora to you from Warframe for coming out with more fixes. So thank you for trying to fix the game one step at a time. It means a lot that, you know, you take the time to go through all these, read our requests, and tell us, and we tell you guys what's wrong with the game, and you guys take the time to fix it and try your best. So yeah, I'll leave in the description all of the changes and fixes in the description of this video, so you guys can kind of see what was fixed and what was changed. The changes are definitely the most important part. Some of them are kind of minor, like lighting effects, stuff with the codex. But you guys can get into that in the description if you feel like you need to. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Get on Warframe, update the game, and get the new weapon, the Stratavar. It looks pretty awesome. I'll do either a BOTW on it or a first look and see what I think of it. Anyway, in other news, I also want to give a little bit of an announcement. I actually did get an email back from DE, and they did say I was accepted into the official Warframe YouTuber site. So I'm really excited about that. They got back to me fairly fast, actually. It was pretty surprising. I thought it was going to take like about 10 business days, they said. So that's awesome. They said they'll be refreshing the page, refreshing the website very soon. So you guys might see me there, you know? Go check it out. You might see me. Who knows? Anyway, I'm really excited about that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys all for tomorrow's video. Stay sexy, and peace out.